So that is from the Soul Jazz Collection. Good morning, Mimi Twin, right there with the green message. Gifted 5 memberships to Unwind with Teddy. Thank you so much, Mimi Twin, for coming by on this Saturday. Happy Saturday, everyone, says Baby Juju, my moderator, and Vicky Black. Good morning. Plotter is here. Michelle, I see you, along with Angie, says good morning to Teddy and the mom. Yeah, it's a nice Saturday. It's kind of cool. I'm waiting for the electrician to arrive, and I've got some electrical work that has to be completed, in my kitchen. So I'm just waiting for that. And while I'm sipping on my mocha and listening to some music. So I thought I'd come on and say good morning to all my other bears, the grizzlies and the honey bears. Although I ended the live, at the time that I did, it wasn't too late. I still ended up going to bed rather late. It was after midnight before I turned in. Good morning. You mean we have Jennifer here? Let me keep going down the comments. Jennifer, yeah. Yeah, that was very sweet of you. Yes, Mimi Twin, mhm, to donate those memberships. And welcome to the Bear Cave, newest members. I see that smile out there. Mimi, yeah. Um, hmm. So, what's on your mind this Saturday morning? Uh, I just thought, okay, we'll play some music. hmm Yeah, I feel like there's something I want, to talk about, but I don't know how and when. Yeah, we're going to keep it light. Can I be a sun bear? Sure. Yeah, you can be a sun bear. There's probably something that I don't know. Yeah. Plotter. Yeah. I know that's kind of a nighttime scene. I was supposed to have that on last night and just play music because I'd like to just use this scene to play jazz. It's a beautiful day where you are, windows open. Took the pup for a nice walk. Yeah, I've already been out with my pup. Yeah, I've forgotten what kind of pup you have. How was your shopping day with your mom? Yeah. Did you find everything that you were looking for, Jennifer? And yeah, was there something special? Did you stop for lunch? Yes, Saturdays, kind of routine thing. If you don't have anything planned, Saturdays people reserve for what? Laundry, running errands, grocery shopping. Although I try not to grocery shop on a Saturday. You got your Powerball, and you're going to be the billionaire winner. I did not pick up a Powerball ticket. Oh, you have one of those little corgi mix. All right. Had a fun day with mom, but she likes to go everywhere when she comes to the city. She wore you out. Okay. But I'm sure you enjoyed every moment that you spent with your mother. hmm Grocery shopping is that pending, or are you gonna do that, or that thing for you, Plotter? hmm So how did the night end for some of you? Um, did you listen to anything more? What's going on? You know what? I hear a little beeping. I it's my microwave. I'm down in my lower level. And yes, let's put on this next one. I'll be right back. Yeah. I was just reading a couple of articles, and two important. One has to do with the immigration raids. Have you heard in New York and Georgia in the last couple of days? And then yesterday, First Lady Melania Trump, she held or chaired a conference there at the White House on AI, announcing the robots are here. Our future is no longer science fiction. First Lady Melania Trump appeared alongside senior Trump administration officials and tech CEOs on Thursday in the second meeting of the White House Task Force on Artificial Intelligence Education. It is here. It's going to become a routine as a tool. And the more um, educated one becomes on the use of AI, especially, and she was like really focusing on the future, our children, and what it's going to mean. All right. But let's turn back to the raids because that's probably might be of interest to some of you. Let's see. Let's start with that Hyundai. ICE raid at Hyundai, Georgia plant. 450 persons detained, more to come. Let's see which article. There's CBS News. Let's see if they do a good job on it. Or maybe I should do Savannah, but let's try this one. So, CBS News, and this is updated today, September 6th. I don't think I gave you the date. 475 people detained in a raid by ICE, other agencies at Hyundai site in Georgia, in a large-scale immigration enforcement raid at a huge Hyundai facility in Georgia on Thursday. 475 immigrants suspected of living and working in the U.S. illegally were detained, federal authorities announced. Stephen Schrank, the special agent in charge of Homeland Security investigations in Georgia and Alabama, told reporters on Friday that the majority of those detained were Korean nationals, but he didn't know exactly how many. They work for a variety of different companies at the site, including subcontractors. South Korea's Foreign Minister Chow Hung said Saturday that more than 300 South Koreans were among 475 detained persons. No criminal charges were announced during Friday's news conference. The sweep was conducted as part of a month-long investigation into allegations of unlawful employment practices and other federal crimes. So this appears on the surface to be maybe a broader investigation that had begun. He described Thursday's raid as the largest enforcement operation at a single site in the history of Homeland Security investigations, which is a unit of U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. So, this special unit. This operation, he says, underscores our commitment to protecting jobs of Georgians and Americans, ensuring a level playing field for businesses that comply with the law, safeguarding the integrity of our economy, and protecting workers from exploitation. Some of those detained Thursday allegedly entered the U.S. illegally, and others were accused of overstaying their visas or violating visa waivers by working, Schrank said. Most of the detainees were taken to an ICE facility in Folkston, Georgia, near Florida Georgia state line. They will be moved based on their individual circumstances beyond that. I said in a statement on Friday night that those arrested during the operation were found to be working illegally in violation of the terms of their visa and or statuses. One green card holder from Mexico was arrested after being determined to be removable from the U.S. based on multiple criminal convictions, ICE said. The investigation is ongoing and additional arrests and charges are possible. So let me take a look at some of your comments to see what you think about that. You know, protecting American jobs. That's what I kind of read into it, the way it's being presented. Protecting Georgians' work, and also exploitation of workers. Yes, please hit the like and thanks for watching on this Saturday morning and listening in. The first comment here, no, there was others, but let me just jump into this one. Michelle Wright says the AI is here to take the rest of the jobs. They don't need humans anymore. That's what they think. But I did listen to someone who is a long time, and what would be long time? He's been in the field of AI for more than 15 years. And although jobs that we see now, being performed by humans, he says thousands upon thousands, more than 90%, something, I heard a number like that, could be done in certain industries by AI. And they just haven't. So, yes, AI, it's going to become a part of the fabric, I could say, of the labor here in the U.S. And if the president and the task force have anything to do with it, which they probably do, not probably, I'm just saying, in the next 4 years, more companies are going to be making trillions of dollars. That's what the president said yesterday. Investing in plants, factories, expanding, focusing on AI, and making sure that the United States leads, has the brightest and best minds working on that for our country. All right. Let's see who's next. Let me go up. Staying with the robots, Plotter says, keep those robots far away from me. S'il vous plaît. I do know that. Let's see. Jennifer seems to think that these immigration raids are awful, not unlawful. Sorry, I'm reading too quickly. Awful. How is that Hyundai plant going to run after they took 500 workers? There are not 500 people they can just hire to replace them. Yes. I did think, how is that going to impact? Do they have like thousands and thousands? Would this be looked at in comparison to a layoff of 500 workers at a plant? I'm just talking about in sheer numbers. I don't know. But yes, to replace them with Americans, at least that's what they're aiming for, or legal residents, those who are here on, visas that can work. Yeah, I don't know. Hmm. AI is here to take the rest of the jobs. They don't need humans. I may have read that one. This is the administration lying about the workers being illegal to work in the United States. It is Georgia state law that employers use E-Verify to make sure workers are eligible to work in the U.S. ICE should be defunded. They have become a masked domestic terrorist organization, you think? More raids to come. Hmm. I wonder when they counted the numbers compared to what is being um, published in the media, if the numbers even come close. Are they being truthful with us? Who is reporting those numbers? Yeah. How is that going to impact businesses in the area that depend on these workers? You know, they live somewhere. They have homes. They have families. They shop. They eat. Uh, they use services. I'm almost certain in the era. They drive vehicles. Yeah. So it could be a rippling effect. So, yes, it is going to have an immediate impact on the local economy, I would think. So, what's going on over there in the UK? Plotter says a lot of immigrants in the UK do jobs no one else wants to do. And that's one of the things that is also said here. Yes. In hospitality, in agriculture, um, food service, transportation. There's a lot of areas that um, immigrants here in this country work, jobs that are said to be um, abundant because a number of American workers or workers don't want those jobs. How how truthful is that? I don't know. Maybe it's certain regions and certain seasons where that might be true. Okay. You go on to say, oh, and Elon Musk, whose vision is that no human has to work again because of AI. So if AI takes half the job, when we're looking at, you know, not right now, but at heights, peaks, and not the most height, but at 10% and unemployment, imagine that rise to the tune of 50%. That's going to put immediate people in a certain class competing for jobs. You think it's fierce. That goes, no, wait a minute. I have read even, for bloggers, right? All of our jobs wiped out because my voice and others, content creators, which, I don't really rely on this for income, but can be duplicated with AI imagery. AIs can be taught. I was listening to this conference. I was. AIs can be trained, robots can be trained, or artificial intelligence, to simulate a person's, even, given the information process, to build how a person actually thinks and behaves in situations. And the smarter that they become and the more information that they uh, receive, they can start answering questions perhaps the way I would. I, I don't think that AI can replace human. I think AI can work alongside humans. Mhm. I think there's benefits to AI. I'm beginning to use it, but to think of it as totally replacing, a large portion of the workforce. But we don't know. We don't know. Back to immigration and maybe some politics. Jennifer says that if you remember, before the election, all of the racist attacks on Springfield, Ohio, I do recall that. One of the factory owners said he can't get locals to do the work because they don't show up or can't pass drug tests. I do recall seeing that story, reading it, and even talking about it for, one of my broadcasts as part, I should say. Employers do face the challenge of I'm trying to be careful about this. Workforce issues um, that they deal with on a daily basis, personnel. Um, that's why there are human resource managers and, the large, bigger companies. But that's also where, in some areas, um, unions have come into play as well to protect workers. Yeah, I don't know if some of these smaller plants are unionized. And what would that do? Speaking of unions. All right, so you have, let's just take it. You've got a factory, 5,000 jobs. Now, let's just say a third of those, you know, or 1,500, 1,700, something around that number, are taken by AI. AI, will AI need representation by the unions? Union dues that are taken each payday from workers for some who are part of the union? I wonder what the union thinks about it. They are there to protect workers' rights, jobs, um, conditions. I mean, there's so many things that the unions do. Michigan, Motor City, lots of factory, lots of union here, big. Remember Jimmy Hoffa, James Hoffa, UAW president? How many years has it been since Jimmy Hoffa has gone missing? Mm-hmm. All comments are allegedly and the opinions of the chat. Unwind with Teddy, did you see the news about the man that Trump wants to be the new head of the Bureau of Labor and Statistics and his all X account? He's disgusting. No, I have not seen that. It seems that I recall hearing about a hiring, perhaps not in that area, that Trump. What do you think about Trump just signed an executive order to name the Pentagon, rename it? What is it? Has a war in it. The new name change, or department. Is it going to be called Department of War? Yes, Department of War. Why Trump signed an executive order to change the name of the Department of Defense. Renaming the Pentagon yesterday. President Trump is doing a lot. He's signing a lot of executive orders. It occurred just yesterday. Department of Defense reviving a name that was abandoned during a 1947 cabinet reorganization. So things, he's turning back the clock on names, on monuments. Just, he's doing a lot with the power of the pen. It was confirmed. And it's intended to reflect what Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has described as the administration's effort to instill the warrior ethos across armed forces. I wonder what they're going to say, Make America. You can fill in the blank. Let me look again at the comments as I was looking away to read the articles. So no, I did not see that. Tell me more. Tell us more. So what's going to happen? Daycare. Care environments. Red flags. Says sunset. Salty sage. You say, I've got red flags throughout this entire administration. Let's see, that was my phone. Okay. Privately owned prisons for profit. The agenda is coming in waves, waves of poverty. I mean, can't you see it? Beginning to take shape, little by little, get us orientated to technology, just all right. It's here and quietly moving through because, as I understand it, more than 90% of people here in the U.S. just haven't used AI. Um, it's, it's yeah, it's kind of like something very, very new. I mean, if the experts are only 15 years in and developing it, of course, the majority of the population isn't not going to be familiar with it. Yeah. All part of the grand plan. Good morning. Good morning. I see Cups has joined us. Good morning, Teddy and chat on this Saturday. Good morning. Let's see who else has something that's on their mind, or what are your thoughts here about either AI or immigration or anything else that you can see recently happening during this administration that has impacted you in a greater way. Looking back, profits. Republicans love prisons for profits. It lines their donors' pockets and theirs, and is their avenue for forced slave labor. It's scary. Vicky Black says, I'm very worried. We should be concerned and get as much information so that the more that you know about something, especially if it's new, maybe the less you can be fearful of it, I suppose. Haven't you heard that said? But I agree with you. It's it's big. It's going to impact our way of life across the globe. Human way of life. It's already having impact. Mm-hmm. Robots, AI, technology. And just imagine how quickly it's moving, where we will be 5 years from now. Not even 5 years. Let's just say 3 years from now, if I'm around. Any of us. We don't know. But if I'm around, I can just imagine what we will be talking about when it comes to the impact of AI. Even on this platform. Yeah. Michelle says, and Trump said himself, he is the chosen one. His words, not mine. I did hear him say that. Wasn't that last year? Angie, another member of ours here in the Bear Cave, says, yes, there will be few jobs, starvation, people dying. I'm an older, so I pray for the future generations of us. Yeah, this is about the future the direction of the country. And that's what they were talking about yesterday during this conference, this task force. And the First Lady spoke about the future of our children, education, how important it is. Yeah. What are they doing in China? What are they doing in other major, you know, countries with AI? Who's going to be leading? Trump said that we have the brightest and the best, and that we will lead in that. We, U.S., preparing the generation for that task. Jennifer responds, Michelle, he is basically a cult leader, getting Christians to believe that a serial adulterer who banks corn stars and is 34-time convicted felon is the chosen one. 4 years from now, 3 years from now, 2 years from now, the midterms. Trump's not going to be in office next term. Who's going to replace him? Will it be a Democrat this time? In the midterms, is there going to be a blue wave or a red wave? Mm-hmm. And yes, some people believe he's the chosen one. To answer you directly, Jennifer or Michelle, his a big following. A lot of people voted, majority, at least that's what's on paper. Separate wings of the same corrupt, dirty bird at this point. Also, at this point, there may be someone thinking that no matter which side you're on, you get put in this, you're a politician in that bucket. So no matter who it is, politicians lining their pockets, and doing the bidding of their constituents, which they are voted in to do. But there's a lot of, what do they call it, pork projects. Oh, what's this paying? Someone else, again, Sunset, the magician trickster. That other card in the deck, trick card, which I type in MAGA this emoji. Does it end with an S and continue with AN? Is that the one? All comments in the chat are opinions of the chat. Let's see. Don't forget the snaky story Trump always says in his rallies in the past. Sadly, you foresaw this and remember discussing it in U.S. social studies in class, debating whether someone like this buffoon could pull this off. I see that. Whether. Mm-hmm. The anti-chosen one. Presidents are selected, not elected. My opinion, says Michelle. Term limits for Congress. I could go with that. Let's continue that thought. Jennifer's thought, we need term limits for Congress so that we can get some of this corruption out, and Citizens United needs to be overturned. Are there any other groups within the Democratic Party that you think should be either eliminated, revamped? Who is going to be the next leader of the Democratic Party? Who should? Who is earned? And if you've earned that, should that be enough for the majority of the party? Oh, from APAC. Yes, it's sad. The genocide in Gaza. Hmm. Candace Owens has talked about it. I mean, not that it just came to mind just because of that word. I was thinking about who on this platform. Yeah, that's a one of those words when used, it conjures up for many thoughts that can be horrific. Hmm. Is it reverse genocide? That's a debate all in and of itself. It's lives, children, women, men, soldiers lost every day. Oh, that will be the day. Term limits for Supreme Court justices. I don't know if that'll happen in my lifetime. There's certainly a lot of talk about it. Have term limits. Haven't some who have been in Congress and Senate, it seems they've been there for decades. Is it? Haven't they? I mean, can't you think of? I can. Been there for years and years and years. I don't want to put anyone on the spot. Lobbyists like Tam Pondy. Tell us more. Jennifer. Well, Candace Owens is an anti Semite. So she has different reasons for calling out APAC money. Candace is a lightning rod for many issues. Ooh, I listen to her though. I do. I mean, she has. I think it comes on in evening, like 5, 6-ish, something around there, 4, where she comes on for about an hour. I think that's what she is, an hour, somewhere around that. But her new passion, some would say an obsession, is with the French president's wife, Brigitte Macron. Wonder will that ever go to court? Yeah. She's tearing up people. And about to be broke. So you think the Macrons are going to win their lawsuit? Candace seems to think she's bet, you know. I don't know if she's bet the farm on it. She's, I think the last time I looked, she was worth just her over her net worth was approaching $5 million. I'm sure her husband's net worth is more. I don't know. At least his family comes from wealth. So she might have someone to fall back on, is my point. You think she's worried? She doesn't come across like she is. Yes, the crypt keepers on the Supreme Court. There's been so much parody about the Supreme Court. Um, Oh, all right. Cub says, Jen, I know she is, but I just love when black people think they are with the white colonizers. Then they flip and then they get rebellious and start telling stuff. Candace Owens has been telling things that um, a lot of people are surprised about. Yeah, she has. No one ever thought that Candace Owens would say anything about Trump, and she has. Now, did she throw away the Trump card? I'm not sure. Um, the Republican card, no. Yeah. I don't think she's worried. I'm actually interested in that France story, says Combs. Yeah. How is it going to be proven? Oh, this is. Candace takes on the French president. The French. She better hope that white man don't leave her because I bet they have a prenup that says she gets nothing, you think? They have 4 children now. The children are going to get something, right? She's the mother. Let's see, because why that lady won't show her baby pics on her ID. Yes, action. Let's. And Candace would, I can just picture her, and I've seen her, sitting there behind her mic. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Well, looking. Yeah. Like, bring the pics. And you know what? She has said some things, really, that have been shocking. Are you. Maybe I'm surprised. I mean, when it comes to this issue on Brigitte Macron, yeah, I'm kind of shocked. I am, but maybe I don't know enough about Candace to know that she would come out with certain things that are so stunning. But it's Candace. She's doing better than Tasha K. Oh, yeah, she's doing, I think she has 5 times, almost approaching 4.5 times the followers on YouTube than Tasha K. But I don't, I don't even think of her, the two of them, as being competition for the same audience, perhaps. Yeah. Tasha K is a gossip. Um, yeah. Celebrity gossip. Mm, I think of Candace Owens definitely being more into politics in that. There may be some overlap. I have seen Tasha K, talk about politicians, um, but it's yeah, gossip, celebrity. Could be taking a different turn. I don't know. She's become a little bit more political in talk and at least coverage of uh, politicians. I think I'm talking about Tasha K. Oh, you're speaking of getting sued. Oh, LOL. Oh, all right. So let me go back to that. Yes, yes. She has been doing better than Tasha K. She's been sued a lot. Yeah, she has lawyers. She often mentions her lawyers. Or she's keeping her lawyers busy. There is no comparison between the two. Not, yeah. I don't. I can't say. I'm not certain how Tasha K feels truthfully about Candace Owens. I'm just going to guess that she's talked about Candace before. Now, what she said, I bet she does have something on Candace, if I can recall. Mm-hmm. How about that? We've almost made it to 11 o'clock, and we've certainly passed our hour because I've started at 5 minutes before 11. Mm-hmm. Oh, all right. Yes, she just spoke about Candace. Up or down? What does she think? I I haven't watched, and I'm certain she's. I'm when I say I'm certain, I think 99% that she's probably spoken about um, the Macron, you know, story. LOL. I think I know how she feel about Cardi. Let's see. Oh, Cup says, and she said she doesn't think France women is a man, but she loves Candace. All right. Now, I'm reading that the way that it is. The way that it appears. Thank you, Brigitte. The way you D for dumb. Let me look at that silently. Read it silently. Okay. All right. All right. I get it. Yeah, just like you saying it. All comments and opinions in the chat are their own. Well, I think that should do it for me. It is 11 o'clock in a few seconds. All right, Brigitte. I don't know if that's how she spells it. Tasha doesn't believe Brigitte is a man, but she is here for Candace and doesn't think she will get sued. All right. Well, we shall see the ongoing saga. And as it ramps up, and it has been, more and more coverage, and probably more bloggers will talk about it. All right. It's Saturday. Now it's 11 o'clock exactly. That's going to do it for me. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies and the Honey Bears. I hope you enjoy your Saturday and get some things, checked off your list. I hope my electrician, I hope he shows up now. It's 11 o'clock. Said he'd be here before noon. And you can hear it in my voice that he has said he was coming before, but then a job the other day ran longer. All right. Have a great Saturday, everyone. Please hit the like on your way out. Join me sometime when I come. I plan to come back later for Analyze This Mess. Otherwise, keep your bear phones on. Thanks again to my moderators. That's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Have a great one.
You belong to me. Whoa. You belong to me. Ooh, you belong to me. I belong to you. You belong to me. You belong to me. Once in a while, it sparkles, oh it's pretty, but every now and then I fall off my pedestal. Oh, there's a little heaven in me, a lot of love and a little mischief. They try to pull us apart. I can't think without my heart. We fly with broken wings, we dream in perfect dreams. I know he loves me, all that matters to me. You belong to me. I belong to you. I belong to no you. Matter where we go. No matter where we go. In this world, I'm still your girl. You belong to me. To me. I belong to you're you. My baby. Oh, 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 yeah. belong to me. I belong to you. Belong to me. No matter where we go in this world, I'm still your girl. You belong to me. You're mine. I belong to you, baby.